Hi, this is our presentation for the TRON Accelerator. Our project is simpler and it consists of two members, Niharika and me, Siddhanje. So let me give you an introduction about our project first. So Simpler is an expense sharing DApp on the TRON network. So when you're going out with your friends or family on a trip or sharing expenses for some dinner tabs, you can use the DApp to make combined payments to vendors and get back the leftover amount. So the funds are managed by a smart contract. So you trust the contract instead of trusting each other member in the group. So you first fund a contract with the amount you are willing to contribute to the group, and then someone in the group makes payments to the vendors and lists down the share of each of the member in that expense. And then later on, when you are done with making all the payments, you can withdraw the leftover amount back in your wallet. So Simpler is not only a way to split bills, it also keeps track of your expenses and serves as a payment wallet. So let's look at what kind of problems does Simpler solve. So there are no complicated calculations involved. Usually when you are sharing expenses with a group of say 10 members, you need to keep track who owes each other member how much amount. You don't need to do that when you are using the D app. The smart contract does that for you. And there are no late payments. You don't need to wait for one of your friend to pay you back the money after say 1 month. The funds are already there on the smart contract. You can just withdraw it anytime you want, and it's based on a completely trustless system. Just trustless code of the smart contract, which is open source, and the total number of transactions are also minimized. So instead of each of the person in the group making several payments to each other and the vendor, you just make one payment to the vendor and get back whatever the leftover amount is there from the D app. And it also solves the problem of sharing expenses, keeping track of them, and with an integrated payment system. So let's have a look at the demo now. So this is what the dashboard of the app looks like. As you can see, this is the list of the users currently in the group, the name of the user currently accessing the dashboard, his wallet address, the amount of TRX tokens he's owed back from the smart contract, and the balance of the smart contract. So you can verify this balance is the same as here, and this is the contract which is currently deployed and we are working on. So the process would usually start out by some person creating a group. uh, he would fill out the purpose of the group and the name of the person who is creating it. Click on submit. I have already created the group for the purpose of this demonstration, so I won't be doing that again. And then you can add new users to the group. Add the name and the wallet address of the person. Then you contribute some amount to the contract, the amount which you are willing to pay for the trip or the purpose of the group. Let's say I'm willing to pay 100 TRX tokens. I click on accept. Okay, the payment is done. The next step would be making a payment. Let's say I'm sharing a taxi cab with one other person to the hotel, and the share for the taxi was 20 tokens, and I'm making a payment to this address and splitting the bill with one other person. I can add some additional notes for record keeping and make a payment. So actually the uh, payment was for 20 TRX tokens, but because I have shared the taxi ride with one other person, my share was only 10 tokens. So now later on, I can go on and withdraw the leftover amount, which is 90 available tokens to me. So I can get back up to 90 tokens payment, and it's added back to my wallet. You can see the list of all the transactions for record keeping here, and you can see some insights like your monthly expenditure and on what categories do you usually spend on. Yeah, so this was the demo for the app, and we have a good market strategy which is displayed in this business model canvas. And in the future we plan to increase our use daily number of users on the mainnet, plan to soon launch a mobile application for the same, and support multiple currencies on the Tron network, and make business partnerships with other businesses to increase the number of users of our app.